I just finished reading on my children's channel. Why is this too stiff and can't move? And I was saying, oh, let me just sit here for a minute. Because y'all know I ain't been on for a minute, a couple of days and everything. And I have to admit, I haven't done very much with getting my stuff in order. I haven't. I don't really know what the procrastination is all about. I think I was really excited about what I need to do. And because my stuff is together, I just didn't pull it out. I just didn't want to, I don't know, it's like you got to do it, you got to get it out, but then at the same time, you don't want to be waiting forever to know when you're going to get that email. So I haven't done very much. Hi, Meatball. How you doing? So I just was sitting here reading to the children and just looking at some of my books that I used to be doing, some of my shorts, or all of the shorts. A lot of them came from these books. But that's what I was doing and just wondering, do I even know how to do any of this anymore? So I just thought I'd flip through and talk to you and just, 'cause I ain't been here in a minute. You know, that's all. That's all I'm over here doing. I remember people used to be sending me requests to write their name. They was like, Jessica, please. And, they would ask me to write their name. And it was just like, it was so cool. I was like, can you believe it? That people are actually asking me to write their name. Like, you never know who's watching and everything like that. But I used to be doing this kind of thing on YouTube Shorts a lot. And, I just kind of started with junk journaling and that was that. And I feel like, I don't know if I know how to do this stuff anymore. I got to get back into practice because I do miss these things, right? So I made this little flip book out of just piece of construction paper and some of my graph paper that probably came out of these books or something like that. And this is the kind of stuff I used to be doing. Man, it took me all day to draw this hand like this. I didn't really know how to do that. I didn't know how to do none of this stuff, but this is what I was looking at. And I was thinking about maybe I'll try that again and see if I can do that. I don't know. I was thinking about it. So I'm going to see if I can still do this. And we're not doing it on a YouTube short because we're not ready for shorts yet. So we just said we're going to practice on live. That's what we said. This is our practice book that we used to, get our strokes in and everything like that. So we used to do something, and I want to find a page maybe that has, see, I was doing this stuff, and I wanted something that had a page that I could do front and back. Okay, so I don't know if I can still do it, but I used to, right? So let's see. All right, so you have to go thick down, then up. Thick down, then up. Thick down, then up. Like that, right? And so this kind of helps you to know. I was practicing this stuff because I really wanted to learn how to do it. And I subscribed to several channels, but this is like the U in the end. So it's like, something like that. And that's not right because that's regular letter. And the problem is that See, when you're out of practice, you're out of practice. The downstroke is always thick, and the upstroke is always thin. But you gotta focus, and it takes a lot of work. Out of practice, okay? It takes a minute to get back into the swing of it. Let's do this line again and try to see if we can focus. Wrong. Wrong. It's down, up, down, up, down, up, down. See, it's easier. Went down, up. When I tell myself, down, up, up, down. Then I gotta remember how to write it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Because we're not used to this. If you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. And when you are doing cursive handwriting, it is completely different, okay? So we go up, down, up, down, up. So you gotta go soft, up, hard, down, soft, up. Soft, up, hard, down, soft, up. Like this. This is, it takes something. See how my up went hard? And some people do it with such ease, and the whole practice of it is necessary. And then the other part to it is that you have to take the pen off the paper. And we're not used to taking the pen off the paper because we are always doing cursive handwriting. So let's try this. Look like a D. I would think down. I think. Let me look at my other book because this probably ain't right. Let me look and see. Yeah, it's all thick down. It's down, thin, up. It's thick, round. And that's a very hard one to do too. It's hard. It's not easy, y'all. It's not. You got to remember. And that's where the faux come into it. Because you can just come down this way and then you can go back and thicken that and then come around here and let that be thin. But it's very challenging for those of us who don't know how. And you need a type of loose hand, and you don't always have it. Some people can do this stuff sleep, but not me. All right, let's see about the old. See, I could never get this right. This one is, you know what I mean? It's like, my stroke always is too much here, and then wherever it's supposed to stop, it don't always stop there. So before it comes up, see how it wiggled out? It's not easy, y'all. It's not. All right, let's try it again. I'm always messing up on this. I ain't never got it right. All right. Well, we did what we could. Let's see. that P and D. Let's see if we can do that. That's down, around. See, we used to that. That's not how it's supposed to be, though. It's down. I don't even know how to do it anymore. All right. Maybe I'm doing it wrong because I'm going down and I should be going. Well, it's thin up like that. That's how, this is how, this check. Thank you. Because that's how it should be, not that, like this. Okay? Like that. All right, so I have all kinds of these pens, millions of them, right? Not millions, literally, but this is what I was over here looking at. I used to practice and practice and practice. All right, let's see if we can get some of this. Let's do the ABCs. Let's see. And I just write them straight, A, B, C, D, E. I just make them regular. And one single line like this is real hard too, because you're trying to figure out your space, and you definitely need it. How y'all doing though? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope that you are. Let's drop down one more. Um, all right, now, don't use this. You can, but if you have a thinner one, it's better, like this. That's not right. I came in too close. And I think I came in too close to this too. And now I'm too close to that line. Some people know how to do this stuff so good, and I've never mastered it, as you can see. They'll go in, I think, and then out here. I have never mastered the thing. But I wanted to, and I imagine it takes years of practice. That's how that C should look, but I wasn't focused. Okay? That's S is tricky. Gotta remember which way. And so is this T, honey. I can never get this T together. Let me see how I did it over here, because I don't remember. S-T. I just came down one line. I don't know if that's the right thing. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but I just came down one line. I have to go and see if that's right. And this certainly is not right. This absolutely is wrong. Okay? So this is the result of out of practice. And some call this shadowing the letter. And maybe that's what it is to some degree. Something like that, y'all. Something like that. And then we would use some kind of brush pens or something to fill it in, like so. I have all of this stuff. Let's do one more. It does not appear to be correct either. And that's definitely wrong. So can you imagine how long it takes to do a short when you're trying to do this and you're trying to figure out what colors you're going to add to it, and then you mess up an F like that or something? Oh my gosh. You be starting over forever. Keep tearing papers out of your book. It just, it's not a pretty sight. But that's why those who know how to do it really well say things like, this is really sped up because you have to go really slow and you have to take the pen off the paper over and over. You can't treat it like it is standard handwriting. You can't treat it like that. Let's see if we can get a darker blue or something like that. Okay. I think that is wrong to that K, but we got it a little bit. So now, if we're going to try this alphabet right here, we need a long piece of paper. So we have to go sideways on here and see if we can get it on here. This is a really small nib. All right, let's see. Can we get it? Let's come close. Let's go close. Can I get a shout out? No Fear. Can you get a shout out? How you doing, No Fear? Thank you for saying hello. How you doing? All right. So now we're going to try this whole alphabet. Okay? That's what we're going to try, which is just writing it in a single line. All right. Can you see the whole book? I'm trying to slide over. Okay. So now it's just writing the whole thing. And let me tell you, your hand does not slide with you. So you got to focus. MN. Ugly R. This should have a loop. Out of space. Okay. Woo-hoo. Y'all, I'm just saying. Let's see if we can get this arm down a little closer. Move these books over a little more. This can actually do it. Promise, do you have enough space? Okay, you can't worry about it. If it doesn't lend the space, it doesn't lend the space. See? Now let's fill that. You gotta leave this kind of work for the professionals, and all you can say is you tried. That's all you can do, because you know it's not good. This is not good here. Needed more space. How that one turned out, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way too. Let's do it again, because all this is no. All right, so let's try it again. Let's use a long paper like this. I mean, we could use it on here, but we just, you know what I mean. Let's try it. See if we had more space, and this was kind of groovy, I think. Let's try it one more time. And across these lines is really challenging. Let me see. Let's use this paper. Let's try it on here and see. So I put this plastic folder in here so that it was a plastic folder. I cut it down, put it in here because sometimes I'm painting. So let's try to write one more time. Let's try one more time and see if we can get it. All right? See how this one lends more space? All right. There is no talking while you're doing this. What happened? Out of space. We'll just add it here. Okay. What happened? We were out of space. That's what happened. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this part together. Let's see. We might make it. This comes down here. And don't go in there. If I go in here and come out here and here and here, something like that. I don't know if it's, I don't think I was supposed to come down here. I think I was just supposed to stop here and then go here. Because now it's too much. Okay, and then this is I, and this is J, which you can't do the J on this side, but that's the side you would normally do it on. See, you can't like this, because that's the side you always come down out these way. But you can't do it that way with this. Okay, so like for here, I can't go in there because it would be too much. And then this would come up here and out here and here. And then here, this would come in and it would come over and here and here. And then this one will come the same way. And this would drop down here like that. And where you get the top, I don't even know. If you come in here, maybe, I don't know. Okay, and then don't worry about it. So go this way. Come down here and leave that and pick this up here. And then here and pick this up out here, which it leaves no space to color up there. And then here you come, this goes in, I think in and here. And then pick this up here and then in here. And then this one goes up because you're always coming out that way. And then here, this drops in here and pick up out here to you, and this goes in here. Do it come in here? I don't know. But it can and come out there. Okay, and then here, this will be connected up there, so we will come in here and then pick this up. Is it under? I think it is. Under there and up here. And then over here, this drops out somewhere like in here. Second guessing makes a problem. And then this comes here. And this one drops in here. Like that. And then for here, this comes up. I think it's in. It might be in here. And then out. I think it's in here. And then out here. And then up there. Like that. We done talked about it. Y'all didn't even see it all. Why somebody didn't tell me? Why somebody tell me you can't see all of what I was doing? Well, honey, this is all you can get. And then you make these great stars and things like this, some kind of way, and put circles and things, and put something like this in here. Okay, I don't really know. But I wanted to try, y'all. I just wanted to try. Just wanted to try, okay? And see if I could do any of this. Because when I looked at it, I was like, you need to put this in the trash. That's where I was with it. You need to just throw this away because you don't even know how to do this anymore. And I really don't. But, we're not going to throw it away. We're just going to maybe get back to it a little bit. We have to come back and practice sometimes because, you know, practice, they said, makes perfect, but we're not looking for perfection. We just want to keep doing some of the things that we once enjoyed alongside our journaling and everything because the journaling has taken over everything. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. And I love it. I love the journals. I do. It's all I really watch on YouTube is Bible, business, and junk journal. And every now and then I had to pause and go watch the Lions. The Lions, thank you, meatball. Right, that's what they say. I have to go watch the lions and the cows and things like that so I can, get a mental break because sometimes you just need something to help you calm down and see something different and everything. So I just wanted to come alongside here and see what's happening. Can I do anything with this stuff anymore? And it looks like I'm very, very rusty. Not that I had a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, going on here, but I was very rusty and everything. And, I don't really know. Let me put this book up here and everything. Let's go up here. Let's go up here. I don't really know, but I used to do something and come in here and do a thing. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But we've got a little something in here, and the people used to like it. I used to get a lot of views and things. Leap forward. I used to get a lot of views. It wasn't a whole lot of views, but it was enough. And, we just got away from it. So we all rusty and everything. We all rusty. Nervous and all. So I started all these kinds of books. Yeah. Now this was hard and it took a lot. And, it didn't even get a lot of views, but it's still up on my page and everything. It's still up there. So I used to be practicing this stuff over and over. See, I was doing something here. And they was saying, somebody said, that's not the way of the rainbow. They was like, can you put the orange with the red? And I was like, oh. I said, okay, well, just put black all around here and say, focus on the thing and not the distractions. Because I ain't really know. I ain't know what else to say about the whole thing. Friends. Watch a good movie with them. Encourage them. Love them. Support them. Vacation with them sometime. Pray for them. And all of these are sticky notes. These people like this. I ain't really know. I was trying to make a feather and I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but they like this. I said, okay. I had to do something while I was at Ocean City. Right. So these are my books. I just wanted to show y'all and I wanted to look through them and everything like that and just see what I could do, if I can do anything. Should I throw the stuff away? This used to be a whole notebook and I cut this thing in half. I cut this thing in half. And then I told myself, we're going to use this one like this and this one this way. So I can have two books and not keep buying all these books and things. So y'all, that's the end of this little video. That's it. I just, let me just write somebody's name and put a little border on it or something. Okay? Let me see. Let me choose a border. I don't know which one. Let's use, okay, so we'll just use this, and then we'll put this. And borders I didn't know how to make at all. So I had to watch a lot of videos to find out how to make these. And one day I just sat here and made all the borders and put them up here so that I could focus on them and know which ones or how to make one while I'm doing, you know, short. As you start and then you're like, I don't know what to put right here. And some people are very good with doodles and everything, and I'm not. But it's just, the way it is. So I'm going to write a name. And let me hope that I don't mess this up because I don't want to mess it up. Sliding all around. All right, let's see. And we will add we'll have no music, but we do have some handwriting and some love. And this M should have come here like that, but I didn't do it right. I didn't want it not to come out right, but you know, I'm still practicing. So I figured I'd do a name while I'm here and was practicing. And since Meatball was the first person on here that I saw, I just said I'm going to write that name. I need to do some stuff. I ain't sure what I'm going to do. I need to pull out this stuff. I said when I wake up from my little nap, I'm going to pull this box out. And I am going to, because I have to, okay? Okay. And let me get another shade up here. Watch it, I always bend these. You gotta be careful how you put them in there, girl. And these are dot markers. I'm so hot, I'm sweating. I turned my air off a couple of days. It's cool here, and to make your house cold, I don't want to be cold. It was cool because it was a heat wave, but baby, it was cool. It's going to be 69 degrees in Baltimore tomorrow, okay? So we ain't got no air on, only our fans. But my hands are sweating. I'm hot. Okay. All right. And so let us see about our black. I think I got a black one. I think I've not seen these in a long time, so I don't know. Do I have black? Probably not. It's okay though. We'll just make it with this. Just make a little bit of circles. This is a thing when you're doing this type of work. This is a thing. Making circles and dots and stars and things is a thing. I didn't know about it, but I learned about it. Okay, so I just wanted to add that because, one of my followers who is always hanging out with me is up on here, and I wanted to do somebody's name. So, yes. I didn't know Meatball either. I just said, you know what? You got your name book, so you should do somebody's name. And I was going to ask when I first started, and then I was like, maybe I won't write a name, but voila, sending you hugs and smooches and things. And I will see you guys soon. I don't know. It could be today in a little bit, okay? It might be in a little bit, but I am getting ready to get in this box up under this table over here. So this is the table I work at when I'm not at my desk. This is my desk, but at my other table, okay? So this is, across the room and everything. And this is where I started YouTube. See here? I have that says, as a little blackboard. It says, I will have them. And I said, in 2024. It didn't happen, y'all. So I put a tape up there and said, in 2025. I ain't got it. And I told myself today, might have to change that to 2026 at some point one day. So this is how it used to be over here. I used to be working over here all the time on my YouTube channel, right? And so this is all my kids stuff and my children's channel and the children's Bible there. And then over here, I was doing all my stuff right here for my regular channel. And then, this is like my whole collection of all of my things to do, YouTube shorts, everything, right? So everything's here, and then all of my markers and all things, and you know all separated and everything like that. This is like this, it's real over here. I have all of this, so it's not just that. I have a whole paint station right here. Everything's paint, all kinds of paint, and all kinds of the paper towels, not the Doritos, okay? All extra markers, everything for paint, all kinds of canvases, y'all, all kinds of packs of brushes, and I used to be doing this stuff all the time on YouTube. And I spent a lot of money. But then I started a junk journal. This school supplies. We get ready to go back to school. Not supplies, but the stuff belong in the classroom. You got to take that stuff home at the end of the year and then bring it back. But then I started junk journals. All of that is junk journal. And all of that is junk journal. And this whole table over here is junk journal. And all underneath there is junk journal. And not my cat. Okay? And then all this is junk journal. Okay? This stuff is serious in here. Junk journal, crazy. Junk journal, junk journal. All of this stuff. I don't have no room for it right now. You know what I'm saying? All the way over here. Okay? Let's just get a full effect. All this is junk journal. Okay? This mostly is supplies, and some doll stuff is there. Not too much. Doll, yes. All this is junk journal. All this stuff here. Okay? It's just, this stuff is overwhelming. Look at all this. You can't have all of this. I got to do these shorts again because all this is, junk journal. Saving all kind of packaging and all things to make these journals. This stuff is everywhere. It's taking over and everything. You understand? So we right here like this. And we over here today. That's where we was at. And then I have this here. Look, this is my boy doll house. I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek. It's all falling apart, but I handmade this whole long thing of all soda boxes glued together. And I made all of the furniture in it. Oh, I have 69 Barbies and about 4 or 5 men Barbie dolls. Oh, yeah, I have all of this stuff. I made that toilet paper roll and those toilet papers and that toilet and the sink. Okay, we ain't on this stuff yet, but I'm just saying, I have all this stuff. So right now, I'm just trying to, just say, thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I'll see y'all soon, okay? She said you should make a dollhouse like that on live. You think I should? Listen, let me tell you something, meatball. When I thought about my dolls, right? When I thought about it, let me turn the screen around. Let's turn the screen around. Okay, so when I thought about doing my dolls and everything like that, I said, man, if I pull them dolls out, Junk Journal can forget it because so many people like dolls. And I have a lot of dolls. I do. I have a lot of dolls. And I inherited this great big dollhouse that's up here. But my thing is, like, I've been waiting for my house to get settled. Y'all, my house is still packed up, and I don't know if I'm getting ready to move out or what I'm getting ready to do. It's like I want to get to all of this stuff, but my house is still packed up. And if you start unboxing and putting this dollhouse together and all this stuff, then I need a whole nother section for it. And my son is in my basement, and I have to get rid of a whole room. Like, everything in the living room will have to be YouTube, or I'm gonna have to use the bedroom. But I still have to. I keep looking around because y'all can't be. Go look at that video. That all of these boxes in my house like this. All my stuff is packed up, and so it's like if I get to this dollhouse, honey, I got every kind of thing for the dollhouse, and I had so many girls and I had no boys. So I think I inherited two or three men Barbies, and then I went in the thrift store and I got two more. So I got like five, I think. So I had to make the boy dollhouse um, because I ain't had one. I had to make this thing. I had got a gym. You know, some of the stuff is put apart. This is his workout bench and everything. I made all this stuff out of cardboard. Look, look all this junk journal. This trash. You gotta save all this stuff. Look at this. Look, right here, some dumbbells that set on here, but they in a box somewhere or in a ziploc somewhere. He got a little pillow on here, and I blew up a balloon, so that was his punching bag. And then he have a little straw right here. Oh, you can't see. Come on, don't get fuzzy. Move. It's trying to get into so it's a little straw on the wall, and they used to hang a piece of towel right there. And this the kitchen. I made that. This just like a cardboard box of some sort, and I broke some cardboard and made this and put a little piece of towel on there, like you're gonna wash the dishes, and there's a sink that goes in here, and this is a box. That's his refrigerator, and this is his washer and dryer. I made this out of cardboard too. And this is stove right here. I'm telling you, I made all this stuff handmade. Okay. Then this here is this like a cardboard that have some kind of, I don't know, it might be a towel or something wrapped up in there, or the rest of this sheet. This not a sheet, it's a pillowcase. And then I took another piece and rolled it up and made the back of the couch like that. And this is some denim, and it's hot glued together so it won't get lost. And that's the pillows. And then I got a piece of towel right here to make a carpet. Like I had to come up with something for this thing. And then the bed is right here. And it's all, the quilt is back there because this stuff been moved around. I made the curtains and put it back there. You know what I'm saying? This just a towel, and this roll over, and that's his quilt on top of his bed like that. And he got some kind of sheet back there, and he got a pillow. And I made this dresser out of a cardboard, and I hand painted it, mixed some black and gray and white, or black and white and made gray, and put this together. And this is straw like this, so that the can look like it can open. And then these are straws all hot glued and fused together to make a clothes rack, because he got clothes. I bought them clothes. They got clothes. He got a rug on the floor in his bathroom. He even got, you know what I'm saying, he fancy and everything. Okay? He got all of this. So, y'all, I'm still buying little teeny Christmas trees because they cheap right now at the thrift store and everything, $4. When it's Christmas time, it's going to be like, probably 10. I bought two. I know my son like, why she still buying Christmas? Because I love all these little trees, and I keep buying them, but they laying up in here in my dollhouse. This all broke up. Why is it broke up? Because we moved around all these times. So I got to take it apart and re-glue it, the wood glue and everything like that. I made these so that when we have doll play day and everything, they can go to McDonald's, or they might be at Donna's, salon, or they going to church. And this on every side. So it's one, two, three, and then on the other side is three. So, I have all of this stuff some kind of way, y'all. And it's like, man, you can't do all of this. They had a very large Febreze. No, I I had this in my living room for a minute, and it just was sitting up here, right? So she said very large, right? So yeah, see, this is stuff people look at. We be looking at all these things when we watching people videos. That's why I be like, okay, let me make sure what I'm watching and what I'm looking at and what I'm showing when I'm filming. So yeah, but I don't have no problem with it because listen, somebody said, what is all of that? That's my dining room, and all my house is packed up, except what's not packed up, okay? That's what it looked like in here. And I can't even think about what I'm going to unpack because, You know, my son said, "Ma, just unpack everything and put your house back together. And if you have to move or you decide you're gonna buy this house, then just go ahead and pack it back up." Somebody said, "Pick." Oh, so I say, no, boy, I don't got time for all that. I don't got time. So we right here. We right here, y'all, because I don't mind showing all of that and telling the whole story about, what it is. It is what it was, and it is what it is until God says something different. And right now, we ain't got no understanding, and we too old to be playing with the idea that we going to unpack and repack. No, we ain't doing none of that. We're going to understand by the end of this year, are we buying this house or are we moving? Because we sick of all of these boxes packed up like this. I'm so serious. And it's like, God, So we just holding on and waiting. Just like we had to hold on and wait till we bought a car. Okay? So we got it and everything. So what does it say? Okay? Y'all see what it say? Right. So that's where I'm at. Never giving up. Keep trying. Keep trying, keep pushing, keep trying. And that's where I'm at. So thanks y'all for hanging out with me. And Meatball, thanks for hanging out with me, lady, and being here. And, thank you for the funnies too. Because, listen, we need these funnies and things like that. So we're grateful. We are grateful. And I just want to say that I love you guys and I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for hanging out with me and I'll be back soon.